What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the BYU versus West Virginia college football matchup going down Friday, October 3rd, 2025. If you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love, head to Pickdawgz.com, click the Experts tab at the top of the page. It's a great time to do it because we got Major League Baseball playoff this weekend. We got WNBA finals, and we got Week 6 college football, Week 5 NFL. So make sure that you jump on board and remember to use the promo code PICK at checkout and get 15% off your purchase. But let's get to this one between West Virginia and BYU. BYU 4-0 on the year, 3-1 against the number. They knocked off Colorado last time out 24-21, while West Virginia fell short against Utah 48-14 at home. And now West Virginia's got to go on the road with, quarterback injuries. They have Nico Marchiol out, who's still doing rehab. Jalen Henderson is out. So it could be it looks like they're going to be turning to their third string quarterbacking 6 for 63 yards and a touchdown against Utah. But that was a game where that game was just far out of reach. And, West Virginia is just in bad shape. Now, granted, this has been a West Virginia team that has leaned heavily on the run, mainly because they can't pass the football. They're 108th in passing this season, 75th in yards per completion, 85th in yards per attempt. So they lean on the ground game. They're 11th in rushing attempts per game, so they are very run heavy. But you're going against top 10 run defense in BYU now. BYU this season haven't necessarily played the most, run dominant teams. They played Stanford, who's been terrible, ECU, who's pass heavy, Colorado, who has shifted more towards a more balanced attack after, having Shedeur finish up his time as a Buffalo. But still, they're really solid numbers for BYU in stopping the run. And I think when you have West Virginia, who have not been able to pass the football, it kind of makes them a bit one-dimensional and allows BYU to cheat a little bit and stack the box and make sure that, if you're going to beat us through the air, well, you're going to have to earn it. And, they're just like, I dare you to beat us through the air. And so far, I don't really trust West Virginia to do that. This is a West Virginia team that also defensively really hasn't shown anything. And while I'm not the biggest fan of this BYU, offense in terms of their quarterback play with Bear Bachmeier, I still think this is a spot where BYU is just clearly the better team here. And I think that they're just going to be able to run all over West Virginia in this game. Now, normally when you have two teams that are run heavy, because BYU really can't pass the football themselves, and believe it or not, the secondary is West Virginia's strength defensively. Not by much, but statistically it is. It would lead you to think that maybe it's going to be more of a tighter game, possessions coming at a premium, points coming at a premium, a lot of clock chewed up. But I just think there's such a chasm in talent between these two teams. BYU perennially has one of the biggest offensive lines in the country. I just think there's such an edge for BYU across the board there that they're going to just run over West Virginia here, who is just severely banged up, severely undermanned, and who have lost their first two Big 12 conference games by a combined 34 and 31 points, 65 points through the first two games. So I'm going to go with BYU here. I'm going to lay the big number with the Cougars at home in this one. That's going to be my free pick. But just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pickdawgz Premium. While you're Pickdawgz, check out our betting tools. They're 100% free. They're the best betting tools in the business, and tools that you want to make sure that you have in your back pocket when you're making your best bets for the day's action. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.